Welcome back to another episode of Avowed gameplay playthrough. In the last episode, we had a lot of talky going on. Basically, we were just figuring out a lot of lore, talking to some folks, had a lot of conversation. Came over here and found the Watcher, threw a coin into the well, and now we need to return back to Paradise and find the ambassador and tell him everything that's gone on. But before we go, looks like I've got some points to spend on some upgrades. So let's go ahead and knock those out really quickly, because who knows what we'll get into on the way. All right, there it is. There's my character. How many points we have? We have 1 point. Let's see, where is my stamina? I really need to work on my stamina, because my stamina is stinking it up right now. Every time I get into a fight, I get in trouble with stamina. I get winded pretty quickly, so we need to fix that. So I'll definitely set that, because I think we're sitting pretty good on the rest of our stuff right now. So go ahead and confirm that. Yep. And then let's see, do we got any other abilities lists? We got a point for an ability. We're on level we are on. What level are we on right now? We are on level 7. Okay, so we can hit some of these. So let's see what these are. Let me actually see. We got a charge. We got a fighter. We got an armored grace. And a shield bash. And, of course, constant recovery and toughness. Do we get anything for stamina? Brawn, defensive, devastating criticals, iron fist, bleeding cuts, and barbaric shout. Interrupts enemies. Nope. Looking for anything that might buff stamina. Not seeing anything directly right now. So let's just see about. Let's see, barbaric shout, bleeding cuts, power attacks with axes and great swords, still bleed accumulation, iron fist, unarmed attacks, refined quality, and can break wooden barriers and explosive barrels. That's not, might be pretty good. Devastating criticals. Critical hits with melee weapons deal 30% more damage, and brawn increases damage with two-handed melee weapons, but we don't want that one. I think I'm going to go with iron fist, because it seems like I get into a lot of situations where I have to break things down. So let's do that. Yep. All right. Anything else? Got inventory, journal, and our current quest is an untimely end, where we're returning to the ambassador, telling him that we have spoken to the Watcher. So which way do we go to get out of here? Looks like we need to go around and out. It's down here. Let's take a look, see real quick before we piece out of here too fast. Let's see. Just want to explore around a little bit. This is the way I came in. Let's over this way. Anything worth noting? There's a couple little doodads here. Okay, let's just come back around then. Let's check over here. Just make sure we didn't miss anything before we head off to Paradise. We put our coin down. Should still be sitting there. I assume it is. Is it still there? Yeah, okay, yeah, there's coins still there. I'm not going to steal from the coins. Homeboy that I talked to when I first came in made out like that was bad if you didn't leave a coin, and I certainly don't want to suffer the repercussions if I steal one. We're not a thief. Let's just run out this way. Oop, what's that? Oh, take that. Alrighty. Oop. How do I get down without breaking my head? I know I got up here. I should. So like it's too far. There we go. Yeah, we're right. Okay. Those jumps are sketchy. Gotta be careful with them. Else you'll die in a hot second and not realize it. Okay, yep. Whee! Alright. Wonder if I should go rest. Let me go rest real fast at this guy over here. Ooh, there's some baddies over there. Let's rest first. See if anybody has anything new to say after the conversation. I don't think so. I mean, they all unique weapons have their primary enchantment further improved or augmented at the enchanting station in party camp. I don't think I have any weapons I can augment. See if he has anything new to say.
Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered.
That's an interesting way of looking at it.
What I find interesting is how you handled him. You really had him at a loss when you let him go. Me too, for that matter. Don't get me wrong, I'm impressed. Not many in your position would have let him walk away.
Do you think I made a mistake?
I think the Living Lands has a way of wringing the tenderness out of those who survive it. Even though most of us come here looking for a second chance, it's rare that we offer one. Why'd you do it?
Mercy, I try not to shed blood unless I have to.
That's admirable. I'm afraid we haven't seen the last of this conflict, though. Eagwolf isn't the only hothead in the Living Lands, and he's certainly not the only one with his hackles up about all you Aedyr newcomers. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse.
What does the Steel Garrote have to do with anything?
They're a match to a powder keg. Your ambassador and the rest of the Aedyran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Aedyran presence, and they're as harsh as Woedica herself.
They're paladins of the goddess of oaths and order. Of course they're strict. Are you suggesting that Aedyr enlisted them to do the dirty work, or that they're going rogue?
Could be both. It remains to be seen whether Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwig are rowing in the same direction. But I fear there's trouble on the horizon, especially if the Steel Garrote's tactics win out.
I'm here to investigate the Dream Scourge, not meditate between Hilgard and the Steel Garrote.
Like it or not, their differences could make trouble for you, especially since the Steel Garrote is here under Aedyr's flag. And I worry about what that means for the rest of us.
It's just another obstacle I'll have to overcome.
Except it's more than your head on the chopping block. I promised someone I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here. My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts.
I'm glad for the company.
Feelings mutual. It's nice to share a campfire again. I think that's enough doom and gloom for one night, don't you? Sleep easy, Envoy. As best you can.
That's all. Good night, Kai. We'll end the conversation there with them. Let's just have a real quick chat with our other companion here, Marius.
No offense, but you leave a pretty wide trail, Envoy.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that anyone who wanted to track you down would just have to follow the murmurs and gawkers in your wake. An Aedyran official who's new in town turns a lot of heads, especially when they're traveling with a Nim dude like Kai.
You don't like Kai?
Like? Not the word I'd use. I'll need more time to find the right one. Well, we've worked together in the past. It was mostly him crashing blindly through the weeds after I advised him not to. We found your assassin. Maybe I can help you avoid being killed again in the future. My guess is you'll need a guide once you leave Paradise, too. They say I'm the best there is.
You're welcome to join us.
Merci, Envoy. I'll make myself at home. Anyway, enough chat. I'm sure you have things to do. Anyway.
Yeah, let's go ahead and end that there. That's enough for now. Get some rest. All right.
Until next time.
Yep. Cook recipes. I just saw that. What is this about? I haven't done any cooking of recipes yet. Let's see what we got. Maybe we can make some potions. No, it doesn't appear so. It looks like just Essence regeneration. Yeah. I think I probably can if I have the right ingredients or if I have the recipe for it. I do see some buffs here. That's pretty cool. So +1 perception and dexterity, 10% movement speed. Is that just for temporary? Let's see. 2 constitution +5 damage. Oh, grenade, grog. Cures poison, bleed, and elemental accumulations and restores health based on the amount cured. Plus 70% poison, bleed, and elemental. Wow. Okay. That's actually really, that's got a lot of effects to it. Cures poison, bleed, and elemental accumulation, and restores health based on the amount cured. Plus 70% poison, bleed, and elemental damage resistance. That is actually a really good, yeah, a really good drink to have. Plus innovate, 10 maximum resistance, plus 20 maximum health. Shoot, yeah, let's get that. Craft, okay. Plus 70, 70 health regeneration, 70 essence regeneration. Can you get that? Yeah. Let's get that. Do another grog. And, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Shoot, yeah, okay. Anything else we can do here? Just make sure I don't have anything.
By the way, I never met that Orlan girl before in my life.
What Orlan girl?
I
Okay.
remember. The one
No,
in
you're
the
not
camp
doing
in
anything
Shadow
there.
Peaks.
What those guys are talking about. They got a crazy conversation going on. Right.
Thing on her head.
Workbench. Can we upgrade anything? No, we're okay. We're all good. All right, let's get out of here.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
wrap it up
Nice
and
eyes.
move on our way. Uh-oh, another dream.
Haze, mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before.
Why do you keep showing up in my dreams?
Our roots entwine, but we cannot linger here long. We must know.
Oh shoot, I
Should
accidentally
we
went
not
through it.
Suffer for your pain?
Sorry. Someone has to break the cycle of bloodshed.
Compassion for the snake. He killed our beloved. Our weeds tangled. This is
Oh,
not
it's
our
mad
way.
about letting that assassin go.
Dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive.
Let's see. Save that. I might need it one day.
We bide our time. We wait. Wake now. We have tending to do.
All right. Okay. Here we go. All right, let me just check one thing real quick before we go. Just want to make sure that I don't have any... where is my... Here we are. Okay, I just want to make sure that I didn't... that the watcher later didn't give me anything. I think I probably can fast travel back to Paradise at this point. Yeah. And we need to go to, this is our location, so we should just be able to pop in one of these two. It's probably just as close. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're right outside of it. Where we need to go. So what was that? What's that? Okay. Oh, did I miss all this stuff earlier? Or was it? I think it's just books. Yeah, it's just books. Lore books.
Tell me you brought good news. Oh, envoy, you return. And you brought a friend. Ambassador Heelguard, at your service.
Always nice to meet an Aedyran who isn't trying to goad me into a fight.
What of these rebels? The streets are full of rumors, but your word is the only one I trust.
I'll let my killer go free. The rebels have a lair under the temple of Undra. If you hurry, you can catch them. I'll let the killer go free.
You... what?
Can't wait to hear how you spin this tale.
Envoy, tell me this isn't true.
He showed remorse, so I forgave him. I'm not a monster. We'll see. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't your decision to make.
You did put him in charge.
We needed to answer this challenge with blood. Don't you see what this will do to our credibility? Thanks to you, these rebels will continue to undermine our work in the Living Lands without resistance or fear. Worse still, now everyone knows our flank is exposed. Oh my gods, Ludwig is going to eat us alive.
If Ludwig raises a fuss, just let me do the talking.
She will do the talking. The best we can do is grovel.
Do you really need Marius and me here for the groveling, or...?
There's nothing to be done. All we can do is brace for the inevitable, though it may damn us in the end.
Don't forget why I'm here, the Dream Scourge.
Oh, yes, that. I'm sending you to Fior Messi Verno, a community of Valian expatriates deep in Emerald Stair. The Animancers may have some knowledge of the Dream Scourge already. Learn whatever you can from them.
It's been years since I learned the basic principles of animancy. Refresh my memory.
Animancers draw power from the spirit world. Their dark research can twist, break, even corrupt the very soul. The Empire has no tolerance for Animancers, and with good reason. Their work is dangerous, heretical.
How does one do animancy?
Animancers tinker on souls using clever inventions and ancient pillars of Aedyr, siphoning essence like honey from a hive. They want to change reality as we know it, make us live longer, or cause barren lands to grow. For all I know, they might be onto something. Or, with a single miscalculation, they might destroy us all.
I'm surprised you work with people you think are heretical.
Well, you know what they say about the enemy of my enemy? Animancers may be an unpredictable sort, but they are scholars and keenly aware of their environment. Make no mistake, the Empire is at war with the Dream Scourge, and we need allies on our side.
Animancy sounds like a promising field of study.
You're right to be curious. After all, animancy is the study of existence itself. Just don't get too curious. It won't reflect well on you in the Empire. If you have any further questions before I dispatch you to Emerald Stair, now would be the time.
Where does Fior Messi fit in with the Dream Scourge?
My sources tell me the Dream Scourge is a plague of the soul, and souls are their trade. If we have anything in common with Animancers, it's a shared interest in curing the Dream Scourge.
What do you expect me to find there?
Answers. Nothing more. We need all the help we can get, even if it means appealing to Animancers. I believe that covers everything. Governor Vidaro will be your first point of contact. I'm told he's barely keeping the community in order. Seek him out if you need direction. Good hunting, Envoy.
All right. Uh-oh. that the assassin fella? Oh.
Hilgard.
This is
Why
Ludwin.
is it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
No. Strangling light. Keep her away.
Is that, her?
Inquisitor Ludwin. So kind of you to join us.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this island is coming apart at the seams.
Stay your wrath. Allow me to present the Aedyr Envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
Inquisitor Ludwin, your reputation precedes you. Yeah.
As does yours. Let me deal with him, and I will get back to you shortly. I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence. You busy yourself with the Dream Scourge. A mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me.
I've experienced the horror of the Dream Scourge firsthand. We must stop it before it spreads.
Even if that were to happen, the living will replace the dead. We will ship them in by the hundreds to fill the empty houses.
Gods, Ludwin.
I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The living lands is on the brink of total collapse, and you have ignored the discontent in your own city. Now, the envoy's killer roams free, unpunished, spreading word of our ineptitude.
The blame is mine, and mine alone.
Awfully generous for the ambassador to take the fall like that. I wonder when this will come back to bite us.
We should be better than this. Leading by example. This island has seen nothing but us at our weakest. What say you?
I think the two of you would be stronger together than apart. Maybe these problems exist because the living land doesn't want us here. I serve the pleasure of the Emperor. I know so much about what I'm doing. You're being too hard to be an ambassador. Let's see. One of these two. Let's roll. Gotta roll or die. So 1 to 9 is number 1. 10 to 20 is number 2 off the D20. And we got a 9. How about that? So we do 1.
I've been saying this all along, but his solution was to go over my head, to summon help from across the known world.
If you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to learn I'm sending the envoy to the animancers of Emerald Stair.
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness it claims to have conquered. The Animancers cling to pride and tradition even as they dig their own graves.
I can study the Animancers, observe them in their environment.
That might do us some good, or it might lead you nowhere. I can't take the chance. Clearly, I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, I will break the frontier on my own terms. You are free to disagree with my methods, but you cannot stop me. As for you, envoy, farewell.
The mask is fire. Literally. It's funny how some call us envoy and some call us envoy. She doesn't share our concerns about the Dream Scourge.
No. She invents a crisis, then runs off to solve it. Usually with bloodshed. Put her out of your mind. The Dream Scourge is more than enough for us to chew on. At least for now. Oh, before I forget,
Ludwin will be
Liviana
back.
gave you a clean bill of health. You're cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animanters and Aedyrians don't mix well. Their kind can be a tad unhinged.
I know the type. We don't get much. We don't get out much.
At least you'll have that in common, if nothing else.
They're a fun bunch. Crazy, but fun.
Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul on top of everything else.
Should you cross paths with Ludwig, well, try not to. I have no idea what's gotten into her. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stair is beautiful this time of year.
We can head to the Eastern Gatehouse when
All
we
right.
go to Fjord.
Let's move. And we're traveling to Fior Mes Iverno. If we can figure out how to get there. Looks like I need to go out of the city. I wonder if I got any fast travels. Let me just see if I got a fast travel to get a little closer to where we're going. We're going... Doesn't really say. I guess we'll just follow it out. Oh, maybe that's where we're going. Well... Okay. Oh, we just follow it out.
No one's come to claim him.
Yeah, I believe this is where we came in at. Yeah.
Envoy.
Okay, can I help you?
On the contrary, Aedyr believes it can help you.
There are more of you?
Careful, he could be a messenger. Or this could get interesting.
We wait in places you will never think to look. Your mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this.
Okay.
We deem you worthy. This time, we trust you will remember our gratitude.
Okay. Interesting little exchange there. Alright. Man, I wish we had a horse. That would be fun. Or, wait, what is that? Is this anything I can ride on? No, I guess not. That's a shame. That's a shame. It's our camp. So we'll have one right outside of wherever it is we're going. To the Fior Mes Iverno. There or no? Ah, fast travel point. Good.
Something doesn't feel right here. Never has.
All right.
One moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure?
Business. I'm looking into the Dream Scourge.
Well, just remember to cover your mouth, sneeze into your elbow, and sleep with lavender under your pillow. Fair warning, envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwig barged past me. She was looking none too pleased.
I don't suppose Ludwig told you where she's going?
I didn't ask. The less I know, the better. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwig's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
As long as she's not on our scent. Given how angry she was about Eagwolf, probably best we give her a wide berth.
Oh, one other thing. A desperate young man at your embassy asked me to deliver this to you. Apparently his expedition team has run into some trouble in the caves north of the city.
I'll go speak with him. Thanks.
I reckon he was a little starstruck by the whole idea, and no one else could spare the time. Oh, and I wouldn't wait too long. Those caves have been unstable the last few days. Roots and earthquakes and the like. Take care out there, envoy.
All right. Dear Envoy, I'm sorry to bother you. The ambassador secretary told me you might pass this way as you head on to Fior. I know you have important business with the Animancers, but before you go, I have an urgent issue that needs your special attention as a representative of the Empire and, well, the gods. If you can spare the time, I'd never forget it. I'll be outside the embassy. You can't miss me. Sincerely, Scout Ulfric.
Cleared to pass.
Okay, we just left out of the city. We're not going back now. On our way.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Aedyrans moving in. And now we have to worry about whether the man who killed you is going to try again.
I got a second chance at life. He deserved one too.
It's what most of us come here for. I only wish more of us really got one. Unfortunately, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Aedyran soldiers.
They're paladins devoted to Wodica. Zealous, but effective.
They're certainly making their presence known. Can't say they're making any friends, though.
I don't like that Ludwig woman.
Too.
She
Me
gives
neither.
the freakus.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hildgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift.
A little tension is healthy, but even between allies. Yeah, let's keep it there.
Taking in the slack is one thing. They look ready to strangle each other with it.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm?
They brought me back to life. They mean harm. They could have left me. I don't know that yet. I'm kind of still a little sketchy about which side they're on.
Well, maybe figure it out. We can't prepare for what we don't know is coming.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the
Fior
Animancers know
Messi
anything about
Verno.
the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
I've always wanted to observe the work of Animancers up close. Yeah.
Just mind how close you get. Their experiments don't always go as planned.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of Animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches, all surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
We're not all useless bookworms, you know.
Right. You know, present company excluded, and all that.
Don't take it personally. Marius only does this with people he likes.
I'd say something back at you, but I'm just not feeling it for some reason.
See what I mean?
What's this about Fior?
It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
You don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops.
Hopefully they've been able to learn something of the Dream Scourge.
We'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway...
We'll go to the captain. It's weird how all the background noise kind of cut out when he started into that story. Yeah, we'll go to the cabin.
You won't regret it. Emerald Stairs lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines.
This is exactly the kind of journey I was hoping for.
Well, you came to the right place.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
Let's get started.
That's the spirit. What about you, Marius? What's next?
I have, things to do back in Paradise. It keeps me plenty busy.
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while, and the Envoy's never been. Know any good guides we could hire?
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep you from getting yourselves killed.
Come with us, Marius. We could use your expertise.
Yeah. Who else is going to show us which mushrooms we can eat, and which ones want to eat us?
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdude. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs, and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
Okay, so it looks like we got a couple of chats to do. Let's have those real fast.
Envoy? Fior Messiverno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go.
Fior was settled by the finest animancers of Valia. If anyone can help them, if anyone can help, it's them.
I don't know about all that. They decided to settle in a hostile forest and use animancy to conquer it. We might get there and find that these people aren't as ready and willing to help you as you hope they are.
Well, it's worth a try.
Yeah. Looking forward to dragging you people through Emerald Stair on the distant chance Fior will be feeling generous with their time. I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone's slipping.
I said almost.
I'm thankful for your expertise.
Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject.
That's enough for now. Let's get some rest.
You too.
Okay, I think we're done with the chatting. Media chats. So let's go ahead and come out of the camp. Guess for the night. Yep. So I've already done all the other camp stuff previously. Okay, so it looks like we got a good ways to travel, and we're a good ways into this episode already, so we're going to go ahead and cut it there. I hate there wasn't more action this time around, but it looks like the game's trying to fill in a lot of lore blanks. Really cool story, a lot going on here. Really good writing for the story too. I'm really intrigued as to what's going on and what's going to happen. But not a whole lot of action in between is the only unfortunate thing. But hopefully we'll get some to the episodes upcoming. But we will wrap it there. Appreciate you all watching, and we will see you in the next one. Y'all have a gooder.